A house would be shared between around 6 people to even 12 or 13 people. Namaskaram everyone, welcome back to my channel. And yep, as promised, I decided to make a very quick video. And I am personally in love with this location. This is right near to my place where I stay right now. It's in Waterloo, and it's called Waterloo Park. And this one is a damn good area. So I didn't even know that this place was right across my across the house that I stay in. And uh, this is personally my favorite location to shoot the videos right now. So it basically starts from here, and like that's actually the parking lot. Then you have a vast area here, and then it goes all the way up to there. You have a small football ground over there, but unfortunately we don't have any cricket ground, and I'm so disheartened because of that. So talking about the expenses, the first and most important expense that every international student faces here in Canada, or he or she is bound to pay here in Canada, is the expense of rent. And based on the statistics received from my friends and based on my personal experience, the rent, it falls somewhere in between $350 to $550, and it also depends upon the utilities that you pay in each and every city or as per each and every house. So just giving a short glimpse of an example, when I used to stay back in London, the rent that I used to pay for a room which was shared by two people, like me and my friend, it was $360, and which was excluding the utilities. So I had to pay around $60 to $80 utilities extra each month. And while on the other hand, when I moved from there to here, basically in Waterloo, I just have to pay a rent of $340, and my utilities is just $30 to $40. So now you might be shocked that why Waterloo is cheaper and London is expensive. It's just because, first of all, it depends upon the rental home that you stay in. Second, it depends upon who the owner is and what type of house you are staying in. If you're staying in an apartment, you have a very private space, and because of which the expenses are slightly a bit more as compared to the house, because a house would be shared between around 6 people to even 12 or 13 people in a single house if it has a basement and all this stuff. Also, the one of the factors that could affect is if the house owner agrees to pay 70% or 60% or even 50% of the utilities bill, then we as tenants, we just have to pay the remaining 50% or 30% depending upon how much he or she is about to pay. So that sums up the rental expense. So it should be around $350 to $550, or just consider $50 plus or minus just for the utilities and all the stuffs. The next expense that an international student has is the expense of the groceries. The expense of the groceries, it comes anywhere around $150 to $300. It also depends from person to person. So if you're one such person who are particularly lean, who don't eat much, and for those people, the expense of the groceries should come around $150 to $200. But if you're the one जिसको जिम जाना पसंद है, जिसको ज़्यादा वर्कआउट करना पसंद है, जो ज़्यादा खाना खाते हैं, who are the typical foodie types, those guys, they उनके लिए groceries should be somewhere around $200 to $300. It again depends from person to person. अगर कोई उसमें खर्चा कम करना चाहता है, you can do it. So on an average, the expense of the groceries, it should come in between $150 to $300. So now talking about the next expense that an international student has to cover here after coming in Canada is the expense of the mobile and internet bills. So there are basically two scenarios. In one scenario, you already have a phone back in your home country. You are just bringing your phone here to Canada, and you are just taking a new SIM card and you're just recharging it. So in that scenario, the cost would be somewhere around $35 to $50, $60, or maximum $70. Just because you already have a phone, so you are just recharging. And now $35 to $70, it also depends upon if you want an unlimited pack, unlimited data pack, unlimited call, or the text message pack. If you want that, it would be somewhere around $55 to $70. But if you're just okay with like the regular pack that everyone has, that is 20 GB internet per month and unlimited calls and a text, and then you have a specific text limit, in that scenario, it would be just around $35, $40 to maximum $45 to $50. Now comes the scenario 2, if you come here and then you decide कि यार नहीं मतलब मेरा पुराना phone तो खराब हो गया या फिर it is not worth it and you wanna switch over to a new phone, you have like many options over here, many financing options that every mobile carrier services company they provide. In that scenario, the expense would be somewhere around $85-$90 to around $150. So if you're buying a 14 Pro Max right now and with a Bell service provider, it should be somewhere around 120, 130 to 140, $150. So it also depends. So if you're buying a phone here, I mean like if you're financing a phone here along with the particular mobile carrier service with their particular amenities, it should be around 85-90 to even $150. The next expense to be covered by international students is not exactly for everyone, and it may not be completely an expense as well. But then, because most of the colleges they do provide it for free, this expense is the expense for gym. So basically, most of the colleges they have your expense of the gym covered under their fees. But then there are also scenarios where, like in case your college is it's far from your home, like in that scenario, what you can do is that you can look for like nearby gyms. And the most common ones here for international students are Planet Fitness and Good Life Fitness. It's not a sponsored video though. I'm just letting you know. So Planet Fitness they provide a membership for around $15, few cents a month. But then you also have an option to upgrade it to a black card, and a black card means you have unlimited access to all the other amenities that the other regular guys they don't have. So it's up to you. If you need those amenities, it would be around $24 few cents, and if you are just a regular member, it would be around $15. But again, this particular expense is optional because if you stay nearby to your college, you can just go to your college gym, and even the college gyms here like they have adequate amount of workout equipments here, so that won't be much of a hassle for you guys as well, especially the ones coming from India. But then again, yeah, so again, as I said, this is just an optional expense because if you are able to commute to college, it is well and good, or else it would be just around $15 to $20 or maximum $25 to $30. So and of course not more than that. Now after the gym expense, talking about the next expense, it would be a generalized expense, and this expense it would definitely vary from person to person because I'm one such guy who loves to travel a lot and who is not bothered about spending money on traveling and all this stuff. So for those guys, the expenses would be a bit more as compared to the other guys, but it still would sum up around $200. To travel across the destinations here in Canada, you just need to have a car, you just need to fill petrol, or if you can even travel by bus if that's comfortable. And even the rates are cheaper as compared. It would be like if you're the ones who already have a car and if you just want to travel in the car, the expense would be somewhere around $30 to $40 each trip within your particular province or within around 200 kilometers location. But if you want to travel with bus, it might be cheaper, but it would take a bit more time to reach the destination to enjoy the place out there and then to come back. So on an average, I'm just keeping an average that I used to spend every month for the travel. Like it should be somewhere around $200 to $300. But then other than the travel expense, you also have some expenses where you are about to spend some money for furnishing the particular room that you stay in, and to buy some more equipments or to buy some more accessories. That amount would be somewhere around like the maximum should be and it also varies from person to person. If you are a girl or a woman and you have particular expenses like your makeup sets and all those things, so it should be around $150 $200 maybe. And if you're a guy who is also high maintenance, but then he can afford all those things, and he or she focuses on buying just the things that are essential, and so the cost should be around $50 $200, maybe around $120 per month. I'll also give you an additional tip, like for the international students, if they want to come here and if they don't want to spend much amount on buying a car or paying the insurance, because they already feel that they already have a lump sum amount of like it's not like a burden, but they already have responsibilities. and they don't want to spend on the car or the insurance right now, they can also buy a cycle. So of course the cycle would be difficult to run in winters, but then at least in the summers or at least for 6 to 8 months it could be used particularly well. But then on the other hand, when you plan to buy a cycle, you can even have a second-hand cycle which you get on marketplace. There are some people who post ads on the marketplace. They just give their cycle for free. But even if you want to buy it, a new cycle from Walmart, it should be around $100 to $120, and that's just going to be a one-time investment. So I will not calculate that in the total amount of expenses that you have in a particular month. But then again, to just average it out, cycle is one of the expenses that you are going to spend to have a smooth routine. Like if you want to go to college, if you want to go buy the groceries and then just come back. So a cycle could be a good means of travel other than the bus stop, like other than the bus and the bus stop. So again, to summarize it, the expense of the cycle should be around $100 to $150 to maximum $200. That's all. So to sum all those things up, the expense would be somewhere around $1,000 to $1,200, including the expense that I told that this would be the top end and this would be like average, or this would be the lowest. So it should be somewhere around $1,000 to $1,200 each month, depending from person to person. It is also up to you that where do you want to save money, where do you want to spend more, which all are the factors that you consider that नहीं यार मेरे को इसमें तो मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत पैसे ज़्यादा spend करना है, या इसमें थोड़ा बहुत मेरा ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, या so everything. So all these things, it like varies each month. It also varies from person to person. So this is just an average estimate amount that I have calculated based on my experiences since last 1.5 years, and it is again up to you guys. Where do you want to bifurcate the amount that you're about to spend each month? So thank you so much guys for staying, for watching the video until here, and thank you so much everyone for supporting me, and I hope that I've provided a very valuable content to you guys, and this has really made you guys much more wise about what are expenses that every interest student has here in Canada, even if you're Indian or even if you are from any other country out there. You might have got an average estimated amount that you are going to spend after coming here to Canada each month. So thank you everyone. If you have literally liked this video, do comment your thoughts, and if you have any questions to ask, please do ask. Also, feel free to share this video to as many people as possible, and even to those people who are actually willing to come here to Canada, or you can even share this video to those guys who are already in Canada, so that I can post the further updates going ahead. So that's it everyone. This is your boy Vivek Menon signing off. Bye bye.